From this video, we will start next chapter from electrophysics, and that chapter is magnetic materials. This is fourth chapter from electrophysics. In this chapter, mainly we are going to study about the magnetism in different magnetic substances. In universe, there are some magnetic substances. How magnetism is produced in such a substances, that we are going to see in this chapter. But before that, first we are going to revise some results that we have studied in earlier chapters. And that results are here. We have seen torque acting on a coil, current carrying coil taken in magnetic field. Also, we have seen torque acting on magnetic dipole taken in uniform magnetic field. Then, we also find out potential energy of magnetic dipole taken in uniform magnetic field. First, we'll revise these results here. Then after that, we are going to derive one more result, one more expression, and that expression is for period of vibration of bar magnet in uniform magnetic field. Expression for period of vibrating bar magnet in uniform magnetic field. And then after that, we will come towards our chapter magnetic material. In the basic of this chapter, first we are going to see about magnetic dipole moment on an electron. The main reason for the magnetism in substance lies in the magnetism in an electron. How this magnetism comes in an electron? What is the magnetic dipole moment of that electron? That we will find here. See, first I am going to revise some results that we have seen in earlier chapters. In previous chapter, that is in magnetic field due to electric current, we have derived one expression for torque acting on a coil, current carrying coil taken in uniform magnetic field, and that expression is P is equal to N times I into A into B, where M represents number of turns in that coil, I represents current passing through the coil, A is the area of that coil, and P is uniform magnetic field in which coil is taken. This is the torque acting on that coil, but in which condition? Here the condition is that the plane of coil is parallel to the direction of magnetic field. When plane of coil is parallel to the direction of magnetic field, then torque acting on the coil comes equal to NIAB only. So that the plane of coil is inclined to the direction of magnetic field. So that plane of coil is inclined to the direction of magnetic field, means plane of coil makes an angle theta with the direction of magnetic field. In such a case, the torque acting on that coil comes equal to NAB cos theta. In this expression, theta represents angle between plane of coil and the direction of magnetic field. Suppose that theta is angle between normal to the plane of coil and the direction of B bar. Theta is angle between normal to the plane of coil and magnetic field, direction of magnetic field. Then in such a case, the torque acting on the current carrying coil is given by T is equal to NIAB sin theta. NIAB sin theta. We also studied in last chapter this N into I into A, it represents the magnetic dipole moment of current carrying coil. It represents magnetic dipole moment of current carrying coil, which we have denoted by letter mu R. It is also denoted by letter M. This is the magnetic dipole moment of current carrying coil. We will use this notation here. This is nothing but magnetic dipole moment. Magnetic dipole moment is a vector quantity. Magnetic field is also vector quantity. And in multiplication there is a sin theta. Means this torque, if we want to write it in vector form, it comes cross product of magnetic moment vector and magnetic field vector. It comes cross product of magnetic moment vector and magnetic field vector. In magnitude, this torque comes M into B into sin theta, where M is N into I into A, magnetic moment of that current carrying coil. Same result we have derived in 11th standard in case of bar magnet, in case of magnetic dipole. The torque acting on magnetic dipole in uniform magnetic field. Torque acting on magnetic dipole taken in uniform magnetic field also comes equal to same vector M cross vector B. Same result we have seen in 11th standard in the chapter magnetism. This is about the torque acting on magnetic dipole taken in magnetic field or acting on current carrying coil taken in magnetic field. Now after this, we will revise here one more result. And that result is about the potential energy of magnetic dipole taken in magnetic field. Potential energy of magnetic dipole taken in magnetic field. So this is magnetic dipole taken in magnetic field. This is magnetic dipole means bar magnet taken in magnetic field. This is south pole. This is north pole. This is magnetic length, which is twice L. On this south pole, force acts in the opposite direction of magnetic field. On this north pole, force acts in the direction of magnetic field. Means torque is produced on this magnetic dipole. And this torque we have just seen. It is cross product of magnetic moment vector and magnetic field vector. In magnitude, it is M into B into sin theta. In magnitude. where this m is n into r into a. Here, the theta is the angle between magnetic moment of that magnetic dipole and this direction of p bar. This is that one. This is the direction of magnetic dipole moment for magnetic dipole. It is along the axis from south pole to north pole. It is the angle between magnetic moment vector and magnetic field vector. This much torque acts on this magnetic dipole. This torque brings the magnetic dipole in a parallel direction of magnetic field. The actual position of magnetic dipole in magnetic field is parallel to the magnetic field. In which direction magnetic dipole comes in stationary position in magnetic field? That is in parallel direction. This torque brings the magnetic dipole in a direction parallel to magnetic field. Suppose after coming in this direction, that is parallel to magnetic field direction, we decide to deflect this magnetic dipole again to an angle theta, then work is done there. After coming to this position, normal position, we decide to deflect this magnetic dipole through an angle theta, then work is done. When magnetic dipole comes in this position, that is making an angle theta with the direction of p bar, there is a work done. Whatever is the work done, it is stored in that magnetic dipole in the form of potential energy. This potential energy, which is represented by U, we can calculate by taking the integration 0 to theta of small work done. This potential energy means work done in deflecting that magnetic dipole through an angle theta. We calculate by integrating small work done by applying limits 0 to theta. How we can write this small work done? The small work done is nothing but torque into small displacement. Small work done is always torque into small displacement. In case of linear motion, it is force into small displacement dr. This is rotational motion. Therefore, here you have to write t into d theta. If this value of t here, we get 0 to theta, mb sine theta, d theta. This m into b is constant, take it out of integration. Integration of sine theta is minus cos theta. And if we do upper limit minus lower limit again, you'll get minus mb cos theta. This comes minus mb cos theta. This is the potential energy of magnetic dipole in magnetic field when it deflects to an angle theta. From this expression for potential energy, we can say that this magnetic dipole has minimum potential energy equal to minus mb when theta is 0, means in this position. This is the position of minimum potential energy, which is equal to minus mb. When this magnetic dipole deflects to an angle theta, we get potential energy of magnetic dipole 0 because cos 90 equal to cos 90 is equal to 0. When this magnetic dipole deflects to an angle 90 degree, then we get potential energy 0. Why? Because cos 90 is 0. And when this magnetic dipole deflects through an angle 180 degree, pi radian, we get maximum potential energy for that magnetic dipole, which is equal to mv. The variation of this magnetic potential energy or the potential energy of magnetic dipole in a graph plotted against theta, we can show like this. Suppose here there is a minus mv potential energy. This is 0 potential energy. This is plus mv potential energy. Minus mv potential energy we get when theta is 0. 0 potential energy we get when theta is equal to pi by 2. And when theta is equal to pi, we get maximum potential energy. How much? Equal to mv. This is the variation of potential energy of magnetic dipole against deflection. Now, after this, we are going to derive here one expression, and that expression is for period of vibrating bar magnet in uniform magnetic field. Expression for period of vibrating bar magnet in uniform magnetic field. Period of vibrating bar magnet means magnetic dipole in uniform magnetic field. In uniform magnetic field. See how is this expression? Before to see this expression, I will explain in short what is simple harmonic motion or linear simple harmonic motion. In short, remember that simple harmonic motion is nothing but vibratory motion. A motion in which body moves to and fro about some mean position is called vibratory motion. Simple harmonic motion is also vibratory motion. If body is performing vibratory motion through an angle, the motion is angular motion, and also body is performing vibration, then such a motion is angular vibratory motion. For example, suppose this is bar magnet suspended with the help of thread from rigid support, and we have applied torque on this bar magnet. What will happen here? This bar magnet will perform this type of motion. This bar magnet will perform this type of motion. This motion is angular and also to and fro. This is angular simple harmonic motion. The differential equation for linear simple harmonic motion is d2x upon dt square plus omega square x equal to 0. This is differential equation because in this equation derivative is present. Any motion which satisfies this differential equation will be the linear simple harmonic motion. The motion shown by simple pendulum is the linear simple harmonic motion. Any motion which satisfies this differential equation. In this equation, x represents displacement, t is the time, and omega is angular speed. Similar to this differential equation for linear SHM, there is a differential equation for angular SHM also. Just you have to replace this x by theta. Replace this linear displacement by angular displacement. You will get differential equation for angular SHM. This is the differential equation for angular SHM. Or this is the differential equation for angular vibratory motion. Any motion which satisfies this differential equation must represent angular vibratory motion. This we are going to see in detail in the chapter oscillation. After this, there is one more result that you must know. And that result also we are going to see in detail in the chapter rotational dynamics. What is that result? The torque acting on the rotating body. The torque acting on the rotating body is equal to I into alpha. This is that result. This result we are going to use directly in this expression. We will see this result in detail in the chapter rotational dynamics. In this equation, I represents moment of inertia of rotating body. What is I? It is the moment of inertia of rotating body. And alpha is the angular acceleration. Alpha is angular acceleration. This angular acceleration we can write d2 theta upon dt square also. The second order derivative of theta with respect to time represents angular acceleration. The second order derivative of angular displacement with respect to time represents angular acceleration. Therefore, torque can be written as I into d2 theta upon dt square. These two results you must know. Then and then we can understand this expression. Now come to us this expression. We have to find period of vibrating bar magnet in uniform magnetic field. We have to find period of vibrating bar magnet in uniform magnetic field. How to find this period? This is uniform magnetic field. Take one bar magnet in this magnetic field like this. Direction of magnetic moment makes angle theta. Makes an angle theta with the direction of B bar. This is the direction of B bar. This angle is theta. On this north pole, in this direction, force will act. on the south pole, in this direction force will act. The force acting on the north pole will be m times b. This is minus m times b, where capital M is the pole strength of this north pole, minus m is the pole strength of the south pole. These two forces are equal in magnitude, opposite in direction, therefore they form couple. The tendency of the couple to rotate this bar magnet in this magnetic field, it is called torque, which is given by T is equal to mb sin theta. T is equal to mb sin theta. Consider that this bar magnet is suspended with the help of string from rigid support. When, due to this torque, the deflection of this bar magnet takes place, at the same time in that string another torque develops called restoring torque. At the same time, simultaneously, in string, new torque develops called restoring torque. Of course, this restoring torque is also equal in magnitude, that is mb sin theta. When this bar magnet comes to its normal position, that restoring torque acts. That restoring torque acts on that bar magnet and deflects it through an angle theta. Direction of this restoring torque acting on the bar magnet is opposite to this torque acting on the bar magnet. The restoring torque acting on the bar magnet, we can write T is equal to minus mb sin theta. This torque is deflecting bar magnet through an angle theta now. This torque is deflecting this bar magnet through an angle theta. If theta is very small, if theta is very small, if theta is very small, sin theta and theta in radian, they are nearly same. Therefore, we can write T is equal to minus mb theta only. If theta is very small, the value of sin theta and theta comes nearly same. Therefore, you can replace the sin theta by theta. We get torque minus mb theta. Just now we are saying this torque can be written as I into d2 theta upon dt square. Therefore, we get here I into d2 theta upon dt square equal to minus mb theta. Take I, which is moment of inertia, to that side. You get like this, d2 theta upon dt square equal to minus mb upon I times theta. Now take this term to this side. You get d2 theta upon dt square plus mb upon I into theta equal to 0. Compare this with differential equation of angular SHM. Comparing this with differential equation d2 theta upon dt square plus omega square theta equal to 0. We get here omega square equal to how much? Omega square comes equal to mb upon I. Means omega comes under mb upon I. Omega comes under mb upon I. Omega is angular speed. Omega is angular speed. Period is always 2 pi upon omega. Period is always 2 pi upon omega. Put that value of omega in this formula for period. We get expression for the period of this vibrating bar magnet. How much? 2 pi into root upon mv. This is the expression for period of vibrating bar magnet. Now after this, we are coming towards the study of magnetic materials. The basic of this study of magnetic material lies in the magnetism of an electron revolving around the nucleus in an atom. First, we are going to find how much magnetic moment is present on such a revolving electron around the nucleus. Magnetic moment of revolving electron around the nucleus. Magnetic moment of course dipole moment of revolving electron around the nucleus. See how to find this magnetic moment of revolving electron around the nucleus. This is nucleus suppose, and electron is revolving in circular orbit of radius r. This is equal to r. This is that electron which is revolving around this nucleus. Remember that due to this revolutionary motion, this electron gets some magnetic moment. Due to this revolutionary motion around the nucleus, electron gets some magnetic moment. Why electron gets some magnetic moment? The reason is that the revolution of electron around the nucleus in circular orbit, it is equivalent to current carrying loop. Current means what? Flow of electron. This revolution of electron means what? It is one type of flow. Though it is in circular orbit, it is the flow of electron. The revolution of electron around the nucleus is equivalent to current loop. In last chapter, we already studied that current loop produces magnetic moment. It has magnetic moment. The magnetic moment of current loop, any current loop, whether it is circular or in any shape, it is given by m equal to I into A. Therefore, the magnetic moment of this electron, we can write I into A. This is magnetic moment of electron. Denoted by small m. It is I into A. I means current. A means area of circular loop. This current, how we can write for revolution of electron. And this is the area. Of course, this area is nothing but area of this circular orbit. This current here we can write charge upon time. In magnitude, charge on electron is E divided by period. You will get current due to revolution of electron. And this A, area of this orbit. If R is the radius of this orbit, then area we can write pi r square. Means magnetic moment of electron comes E upon P into pi r square. This P, using relation between velocity, distance, time, we can replace by 2 pi upon V, where V is the linear velocity of that revolving electron. Where V is the linear velocity of that revolving electron. Therefore, this magnetic moment of revolving electron, it comes E upon 2 pi upon V into pi square. This V will come in numerator. This pi will get cancelled. Also 1 R get cancelled here. We get magnetic moment how much? E into V into R upon 2. This is the magnetic moment of revolving electron. It is E into V into R upon 2. Magnetic moment we have denoted here by letter small m. Now see again how we can write this magnetic moment. If ME represents mass of electron, then angular momentum of electron L, it is given by ME into V into R. Angular momentum is given by ME into V into R. If we multiply and divide here by mass of electron, we get like this. E upon 2ME into ME into V into R. Multiply and divide by mass of electron. Now for this ME into V into R, you can replace L, which is angular momentum. Therefore, this M, which is magnetic moment of electron, it comes how much? E upon twice ME times L. This is magnetic moment in terms of angular momentum. This is mass of electron. And this relation is in scalar form. If we want to write it in vector form, it will come like this. Vector M equal to minus E upon 2ME times vector L. Why there is a minus sign? Charge on electron is negative. In vector notation, magnetic moment vector is always minus E upon twice ME times vector L. Negative sign shows that the direction of magnetic moment on electron and the direction of its angular momentum, they are opposite to each other. They are opposite to each other. Again, how we can write this magnetic moment? By using the concept of Niels Bohr. Bohr suggested atom model called Bohr's hydrogen atom model. In that atom model, there is one postulate. And what is that postulate here? What is that postulate? According to Bohr, electron does not revolve in any orbit. Electron revolve only in that orbit where angular momentum comes equal to integral multiple of h upon 2 pi. By Bohr's atom model. By Bohr's atom model, L is always equal to NH upon 2 pi. Integral multiple of h upon 2 pi. H means Planck's constant here. N is a quantum number. Principal quantum number. For first orbit we take n equal to 1. For second orbit we take n equal to 2, like that. This is the value of L. This is the value of angular momentum by Bohr's hydrogen atom model or Bohr's atom model. If we put this value in this equation, we get like this. And E upon twice me into NH upon 2 pi means E into N into H upon 4 pi me. This is the magnetic moment of electron revolving in nth orbit. When n is equal to 1, we get magnetic moment E into H upon 4 pi me. When n is equal to 1, we get m, how much? E into H upon 4 pi me. This value of magnetic moment for n equal to 1, it is called Bohr magneton. It is called Bohr magneton, and this Bohr magneton is the unit which we are going to use to measure the magnetic moment of an atom. Magnetic moments of an atom is always measured in Bohr magneton. This is all about magnetic moment of revolving electron. Next part of this chapter I will explain in next video.